We are moving into phase 2 of this series, and if you've just clicked on this and you're going, what? It's a series? Yes, my friend, it is a series. So find the link in the description box to the beginning of the series if you want to follow along. If you've done the rest of the series, welcome back, well done. You're carrying on going. I really appreciate the perseverance and your determination to figure this out. So we're in phase 2, which is about identifying what you want. And I know that for a lot of you, particularly high achievers, you probably haven't spent a lot of your life figuring out what you really want. In fact, you probably find the idea of figuring out what you want to be a bit confronting, because most of your life you will have spent time listening to the voices around you about what you should do and what sensible people do and what would be a good thing to do. And so you can kind of lose trust with yourself about knowing what you actually want, but also you can lose sight of what is the right thing, like really putting too much emphasis on the right thing. This series of exercises is about looking at this question from a few different angles to try to take some of that pressure off and to give you a few different inroads to identify what it is that you do want. So, if you're ready, grab your paper and pen and we'll dive in. This one is called Wanting from What I Already Have. And it's about emotionally connecting with really how much you've already got, because it can be a real challenge for people when they're considering creating change. They can go, but I already have so much that I'm supposed to be grateful for. And I'm saying, yes, you can totally continue to feel grateful for all that you have and want something more. And a coach I used to work with, Ray Dodd, spectacular coach, she always used to say, it's like how, she would say, it's funny how we judge ourselves for wanting more, when if you looked at a family of 4, so 2 adults and 2 children living in a 1-bedroom apartment, you wouldn't judge them for wanting more, and they might be saying to themselves, wow, we've got a roof over our heads, so aren't I supposed to be grateful for that? Yes, you can absolutely be grateful for the roof over your head right now and want more space for yourselves and your family. And it's exactly the same with this exercise. It's about being able to hold both things as true at the same time. I am really grateful for all the things that I already have, and I really want something different. So we're going to go through and figure this out. So what I want you to do is make a list of all the things that you want. The distinction here is that for every one thing that you don't have, I want you to write down 3 things that you want that you do already have. Hopefully that's not too confusing, but here's an example. So I might say, I want £1 million in investments. So that's my thing that I don't currently have. I want, here are my 3 things that I do already have: a lovely home, I want a job that I love, and I want comfy trainers. So those are the 3 things. So 1 that I don't have, 3 that I do have. And then my next thing might be, I want to be free of back pain because I've been having some troubles with my low back recently. So that's what I don't have that I want. And then follow that up with 3 things that I do have. So I do have strength, I do have freedom of movement apart from my back, and I do have like a nice coffee that I'm partway through drinking. So it can be big things, it can be small things, £1 million in investments or a nice coffee. whatever those things are for you, it doesn't really matter. It's just about being able to bring some variety and some appreciation for all of the things that you do have already in your pursuit of the things that you don't yet have. Once you've done that, then go through, and it can be helpful to just highlight or make some sort of symbol in the margin, or put them in a different colour if you're on a digital platform. Just make it obvious which are the ones that you don't yet have, and then we will be ready for the next exercise. So when you're ready for the next one, click the link, I don't know where it is, to follow along with the next video.